You're here, I'm here, good music's here to be played and to be talked about. If I've earned your subscription by the end of this video, I'll be ever so grateful. I'm Alan, this is Alan Reacts. See you on that side of the tape. British band, 1979, Squeeze, Up the Junction. Let's get into it, guys. You know the channel. If you don't, stick with me, we'll talk. Let's get in.
I said, you are a lady. Perhaps she said, I may be. We moved into a basement with thoughts of our engagement. We stayed in by the telly, although the room was smelly. We spent our time just kissing. The railway arms were missing, but love had got us hooked up, and all our time it took us.
Let's have a little chat. So, 1979, where were you? I was 14. And music, like I've said in other videos, if you've been on the channel, around about 14, 15, it was starting to make more sense. I was getting a sense of, not the structure of the songs, because I wasn't a musician. I could play drums a little bit, but nothing like that. And this was that sort of, that post-pubescent teenage hormones, hearing anything romantic and sad would be like devastating and joyous in the same breath. And this song had that. That's 79. Let's think about it. So you had like the Jam. This is like post things like the Kinks from the 60s and 70s, mainly the 70s, but it's got that pop rock tradition to it. There was a lot going on in 79. You know, you had bands like the Police and everything was floating around, but this fit lovely, and the album was Cool for Cats. I don't think I've ever owned a copy of that. I can't remember it. But it's a song, yeah. Let's hear some more of it. And you'll see a young Jools Holland. And we'll talk about Jools Holland a little bit as part of the band. Let's get some more, guys.
I got a job with Stanley. He said I'd come in handy, and started me on Monday. So I had a bath on Sunday. I worked 11 hours and bought the girl some flowers. She said she'd seen a doctor, and nothing now could stop her. I worked all through.
There is a story going, but that line always catches me when it means more to me now as a grown-up. She said she'd seen a doctor and nothing now could stop her. They met on the common, etc., the story, the blossoming. And to me, that just suggests that that was her ambition, was to be a mom. And I always thought originally that he got kind of trapped. But I don't know. This song has a different feel to it now I'm older and I can actually read more than 3 words and make sense of them.
Winter, the weather blossomed bitter. I put away a tenner each week to make her better. And when the time was ready, we had to sell the telly. Late evenings by the fire, and little kicks inside her. This morning at 4:50, I took her rather nifty down to an incubator. But 30 minutes later, she gave birth to a daughter. Within a year of Walker, she looked just like a mother. If there could be another.
Yeah, there's some real love there, isn't there? She looked just like a mother if there could be another. That's it's not profound, but it's certainly deep and meaningful when you think of it in that context. And all of the time you've got guitar, you've got keyboard, piano, you've got drums, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else dramatic going on. And interestingly, there's no chorus in this song either. It's just verses, which I always find intriguing. You know, it's like they could have probably written a verse. I suspect they probably did. Wrote a verse and could have thrown it in there, but they chose not to. So this is a narrative of a story that's linear as well. Yeah, if you listen to it, it's linear. Let's catch up with the rest of it.
And now she's 2 years older. Her mother's with a soldier. She left me with my drinking. kitchen, I feel there's something missing. I beg for some forgiveness, but begging's not my business.
God, that's a line. I beg for some forgiveness, but begging's not my business. So is that a recognition that he's absolutely on that one-way path? That individual, it sounds like self-destruction. You got the boogies, you got alcohol, he's lost a daughter, were, you know, a cherished partner. And but it's done in such a, there's that seesaw up and down, there's lovely bits in it, and then there's bits where you go, oh God, yeah.
And she won't write a letter, although I always tell her. And so it's my assumption I'm really up the junction.
Don't need to hear the beginning, although nice to hear the song again. Working class. Couple get together in the basement, it's smelly, they clearly couldn't afford much, they sell the telly. All those different things that you would assume with a working class family that's struggling. And then he's introducing his demons in the song of the bookies, betting shop, to alcohol, destroying the relationship, but his love for her, the daughter, who is clearly adored, the responsibility he enjoyed getting a job with Stanley. And I can now, it makes more sense now in my sort of less teenage adult brain that this is just a song of struggle and the reality of things that can work and don't work in working class life. And I suspect in any life, but that working class, that tinge of working class is evident throughout the song. And there's other great songs to come off it, guys. And if you're a Squeeze fan, or if you're not, I see you're one of my American friends who've joined the channel, and I'm glad you're all here. I'm going to do some more Squeeze, because this was a pivotal time. And maybe we can talk more about the band and Jools Holland and make up what happened to them, what they're doing, all those different things. But I love that song. So long since I heard it, but it's just as fresh as the first day in 1979. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. You know the routine. I'm not going to ask. I'll leave you alone in peace. This is Alan Reacts. I'm Alan, your host. If I've earned your subscription by the end of this video, I'll be ever, ever, ever so grateful. But most of all, I want you to have a good time. I'm Alan. This is Alan Reacts. See you on that side of the table.